Arthur turned to the stone oven that he and Merlin had carved from the stone wall. Arthur wanted to make it fun and funny, so he had added a piece of metal to the face they had carved for its nose, so he could grab that and open the stone door. He went to it, grabbed a thick piece of cloth hanging from a bronzed piece of wood embedded in the wall beside the oven, then grabbed the handle of the oven door. Being metal, it was probably quite hot. Ow! Arthur backed up, shocked. The face had moved. Its mouth opened and spoken to him. Now it scrunched its eyebrows together and made a pained expression, its eyes locked on his. Ow! Arthur frowned at the face whose stone eyelids had lifted to reveal bright green emerald eyes. They stared at him in disapproval, its metal nose wiggling as if trying to shake off the pain it had expressed. "How would you like it if someone tried to rip your nose off? You wouldn't, I tell you," the stone oven door complained. "You'd likely scream in mortal agony and then bother poor Merlin to sew it back on again, because it would be ripped off, leaving this big hole in your skull, which is so very, very empty." Arthur grimaced. "I didn't mean to hurt you." "But you did, didn't you?" "How could I know you were alive?" Arthur demanded, getting angry. "How could you not?" the stone oven door demanded. "I've got feelings, just like any other magical door carved out of stone." Arthur broke into laughter. "What's so funny?" the door demanded. "A talking stone oven door, that's what," Arthur replied, laughing even harder. He stopped a moment, trying to keep his sides from bursting from the laughter with his hands. "A magical door with an attitude!" He barked with laughter again. The oven face frowned at him. "And who are you to be pulling on my poor tender nose as if it were a ripe lily to be pulled from a pond or something, even if I am a magical oven stove door?" Arthur glanced over at Merlin, but he was busy scribbling away again and seemed to not have noticed the oven's argument or complaints. Arthur looked again at the oven. "I'm hungry." "So am I, but you don't see me pulling your nose, do you?" the oven face demanded. Leaks of steam blew out the edges of the door's face. Arthur backed up a bit. "Well?" "Well, what?" Arthur asked, dismayed by his predicament. He was really hungry, starving hungry as all young boys his age usually are, and didn't want to bicker with a piece of stone that had suddenly sprouted an attitude as well as a face. "Are you going to apologise or not?" Arthur gave the oven face a stunned look. "But you're just stone." The oven face frowned more deeply and hotter steam erupted around its edges. "Says who? How would you like me saying to you the same thing?" "But I'm not made of stone," Arthur protested. "Well, you might as well be, for all the manners you've been showing me." "Not a detail I ever think about," Arthur explained. The oven door's edges burst with more steam, forcing Arthur further back. "Details are everything. Haven't you learned anything today, young man?" Arthur was totally flabbergasted for a moment, about to explode with anger when he felt this tug on his conscience and heart. Maybe the door did have feelings. He slowly bent forward in a half bow. "Oh, wonderful, magical oven stove door, would you please forgive me for being so cruel and callous towards your feelings?" "No," the oven face instantly replied. Arthur stomped his right foot down hard. "I demand you open!" Merlin looked up from his writing to Arthur. "Arthur, who are you talking to?"